So what we're looking for in the shoulder is you want to look at it from a bunch of different areas, right? You have your pec, you have your lats, you have your rear delt, and you have your rotator cuffs, right? So when trying to get healthy and fix your shoulder, you want to be able to kind of pinpoint all those areas and see kind of which one is causing the injury, which one's causing the pain. I like to just work them all, and that way you get everything out of it, and you can, you can hit it from both ends. That way you can warm up your upper body and also do your shoulder health as well. So I've been dealing with some shoulder issues myself, mostly rotator cuff stuff, but I've been noticing once I clear up my pecs, once I clear up my lats, and get a little bit of better range of motion, that I'm able to progress in the healing process. So this is some of the stuff that I do to kind of prepare myself for the upper body session, and then also some of it is some rehab stuff as well. So I'm going to take you guys through it and kind of voice it over and kind of give you guys some feedback of when I put it in, whether it's pre-workout, whether it's after workout, or whether it's an actual exercise that I do within the day. So one of the biggest issues when it comes to shoulder injuries is just tight pec minor. So what I do is I'll grab the boomstick, which you guys can get at thekabukistrength.com, and I'll do a little bit of a self myofascial release. So I'll kind of wedge it into the ground, lean into it, and just take it through ranges of motion, just up and down, get it nice and loose, and then I also take it through pressing motions as well. So pulling it in, seeing if there's any pain or tightness within the area. If not, I'll progress, move it out a little bit, get a different angle, wedging it into the ground, and then rotating through, full range of motion, going down, really extend out as far as you can, right? So I'll do that 10 times each side, and that'll help loosen up some of the pec minor and help with the range of motion. So one of my favorite pre-workout drills is this modified get up armbar that you can find through kabuki.ms. Me and Chris have been playing around with this for a little bit, and really helps. What you want to focus on here is twisting through the scapula and not so much through the wrist. Adding this little side plank to it creates a lot of stress and stabilization, and this one just really gets the shoulder and the pec just fired and going and nice and loose. These are some external rotations with some isometric holds. The reason I'm doing the isometric holds is I'm trying to teach my joint to be strong in that position. As you can see, my external rotation is awful. But that's also, something that I need to work on, and that's what I'm trying to do with all this stuff that I'm doing. But yeah, kind of getting everything in an isometric foundation is going to build strength within that range of motion where you're trying to hold it at. And for me, that's where the pain's at. So I'm just trying to teach my body to own that position as much as possible. Here I'm throwing in some face pulls into an L raise. You'll notice that I'm retracting the shoulder blades, pulling in, and then rotating up, all while keeping the shoulder blades tight and retract the whole time. That way you're taking the rhomboid out of the movement. Here I put the band around my elbow and just kind of twisting into it and then relaxing, twisting into it, relaxing, and this is going to help with any type of shoulder winging, scapula winging that you have, and just kind of get it set back in place a little bit and allow it to stretch just a little bit further. Then next, this is one that I've been doing for a little bit, just putting the band around my elbow and then holding the kettlebell straight up in the air and just kind of letting it sit there for 40 to 60 seconds, just creating a lot of stability, getting a little twisted in. The band's going to pull against it. So all this is doing is just kind of forcing the shoulder to sit in the socket correctly so that you're able to get it to move and function the way you want it to. And then here, like I said, rotation wise, I'm awful. I need to work on it. But just doing a capsule stretch for 15 to 20 seconds pre-workout. On my off days, I'll do it for 40 to 60 seconds for 2 to 3 sets. So there you have it, guys. If your shoulder's feeling a little wonky, try some of those exercises, or you just add them in for your upper body day. They're a great way to get everything warmed up, get everything moving, so you can have a big bench or big overhead day. So if you have any questions about any other stuff, feel free to ask. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, guys. Catch you later. So here are some of the drills that I like to do, or some of the exercises I like to do within the workout. I just started doing some earthquake bars, really good for shoulder stabilization, keeping the weight light and going into the higher rep range. This is really good for creating that stabilization into the shoulder joint, and it forces you to stay tight and reinforce tightness. And then from there, I go into doing some stand-in dumbbell cleans, which I posted the reasons why on Instagram at the TM Nutrition _ Instagram page. So make sure you guys follow that page, because we're putting a lot of instructional videos out there and a lot of good content with myself and the other coaches. But just doing those, keeping the shoulders nice and strong, really working the rotator cuff. And then here's the Prehab press, and this is really good for core and shoulder stability, pushing out, fully extending, locking the elbows and extend all the way up. So of course we had to go straight into some benching, getting in the last bit of the off-season training, and then I'll be starting a vlog, weekly vlog, maybe bi-weekly. It just depends on how much footage I get of the US Open prep. So really looking forward to that. Myself, Kaylee, and Doyle will be doing it. Really excited to put together some good content for you guys leading up to it. So if you have any questions about training, supplements, nutrition, feel free to ask in the comment section, and I can either answer in a YouTube video or I'll just answer it down below. So like I said, on Instagram, just finishing with this set of exercises, the Swiss bar and the slingshot. Pretty much ran its course, so I'm gonna switch it out and do some more sport specific type stuff, because the shoulder is feeling better, and I feel like the heavier I go on some of those movements, the less it's just not going to feel as good on my heavy days. So I'm trying to find some exercises that kind of mimic my bench press, but also don't pound the shoulder like these do. So I'm going to be working on that this following week, and then just kind of moving on from there and progressing. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the exercise selection is, and I'll let you know why I did it. Here we are with some squats, working up to a couple singles at RP 8, and then getting into some back down sets, and then hitting up some high bar squats, some pauses. These are not my favorite lift. I have to put on Olympic lifting shoes just to make sure that I'm able to get depth, because I go with a closer stance, and these really tax the quads. I like them, but they also round me, but never had any issues with them pain wise, so I just keep doing them, and they're getting better week to week. Went into doing some stiff leg deadlifts after that, just to kind of get some more hamstring work in, some more lower back work. These have always been a staple in my program ever since I was at False Barbell Club. Learned this stuff from them, and just carrying it on. They're one of the strongest gyms in the country, so when you learn something from them, you kind of keep it in your program. So here it is, the top set of 5 here for the day. Kilos and pounds really throw me off, but I want to say it's right around 500 to 510 pounds. So everything is feeling good on this day. Meg Squats came up to do some videoing with Chris and fixed her shoulder, so make sure you guys go check out her videos, and make sure you guys subscribe to her if you haven't already. She's doing a lot of traveling, putting out a lot of really good content. Sumo pulls felt awful this day. Wasn't able to get some external rotation, but one of my good buddies, Trevor Jaffe, showed me a good drill that I'm using, and I want to do it for a couple weeks to make sure that there's some benefit to it. Then I'll put it in the videos and kind of explain what's going on, but I have to give credit to him because he's the one that showed it to me. So I did it the following week, and man, it made a huge difference. But I just want to make sure that it wasn't just a good day, and that I can do it again and replicate it before I let you guys know exactly what it is and why you should do it. Finished up this day with some block pulls as my 2 deadlift accessories, and then did some front squats, some back work, even though back is apparently not a good thing to train. You don't ever use it in any of the lifts, and it's just kind of there just to show off. So I do it 3 times a week just because I like to. Then Saturday's workout, my 3rd squat workout, 455 for 5x5, went up to Adrian Larson's new gym in downtown Portland. So if you guys are in downtown Portland, make sure you guys check it out. It has a lot of potential, a lot of really cool stuff going on out there. And me and Doyle went out there because Kabuki was holding a meet, and you know, Adrian's our friend. We're gonna support him any way we can. So here are some of the squats. Like I said, I do round a little bit, but it stays kind of in the same spot the whole time, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just not very good at this movement. I just don't think my body is built to perform it. Which is this right here, 455, no knee sleeves, red shoes, red shirt, bumper plates, and that's a PR pretty much for anyone. So I'm gonna take it. The knee sleeves add what, 50 to 100 pounds. Get them in an extra small, throw them on, and get ready to work. So that kind of wraps up the off season, guys. We'll be going into week 1, 12 weeks out from the US Open. And make sure you guys subscribe so you keep up with it, and make sure you guys like and share so we can get more people on board. Always appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, take care.